Vonda, I hear waves coming from behind you. Or do you have a sound machine on? Ellie, is that a sound machine or is that
No sound machine here.
No sound machine here. So,
Yeah.
yes, after Ellie and I finished a photo shoot, I escaped to Cabo San Lucas. So I'm here.
Yeah.
This is my
Yeah.
virtual office in a different space right now. It's pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
It's nice. And I think Ellie and I are going to ask you just keep us on for the whole day so we can
just have the background. Why don't you do a little pan since we're video now? Do a little pan of your.
see. Oh,
Wow, look at that.
oh. How many years have you been going to Cabo?
This is the 27th year.
Wow.
Some of you aren't even that old.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I need to plug my computer in, ladies. One second.
Okay. You plug your computer in while we do that. And I have been very, very lucky. I've been able to go a couple of times. And so I have been on that little patio that you're on,
Yep.
and I have seen whales.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen whales, and it has been life changing. And they are the most majestic, gigantic, beautiful things I have ever seen.
Yeah.
And it's so cool to sit out there and see whales. And so just seeing the whales makes me understand why you go there every year. But it's kind of a family tradition, right? Because Ellie, you grew up going there.
Mm-hmm. I did.
And so are you going to be able to go this year at all?
I don't know.
You say that every year. And
I know. We haven't been in a few years.
But
yeah, that was always their reward growing up after you get through Christmas
Mhm.
and it's so cold in the dead of winter.
Mm-hmm.
And you escape to Cabo in January.
That's right. This time now it's February, so yeah, it's great.
That's great.
Very blessed.
The very first time my husband and I went with you guys, I remember he was all excited. He's like, "Oh, great, we're going on vacation." He walks out to get coffee that morning. You and I are there with our laptops open. He's like,
that year
"Yay."
we could have just came here to Florida and skipped it.
Exactly. You were like, "Wait a minute."
But that was February of 2019.
Yeah.
So things were happening.
February of 2020.
Sorry, yes, February of 2020.
That was crazy. So anyway,
I'm
glad you made it. I love that you get to go. But you never miss a beat work-wise.
We get her done.
No, we tell her. We block her calendar for her.
We try to shun you. So anyway, Ellie, thanks for coming. We love you.
No problem.
Show up here. We asked you, and usually we have to ask you pretty far in advance, but you were like, "Yeah, I can."
To be honest, just for future reference, it's almost better if you just ask me.
Yeah,
quickly.
Yeah. Okay, good to know, Lori. We can do that.
I know. Right. We're usually scared to do it
because then it lingers, and
you.
Anyway, I like
spontaneous. We'll be more spontaneous. That'll be fun.
Good to know. You've brought up photo shoot because Ellie, you have a big job right now. You are at Vonda's house. You are dog sitting.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 puppies behind you right now.
I do.
So look,
can't say
they're
hidden.
But you are there because before Vonda left, you guys did a little, not massive photo shoot like our big, huge summer ones, but you did the Mother's Day photo shoot. You
That's
did
right.
We already had some Mother's Day stuff we had done prior, but you did some more. How did it go?
It went really well. I'll speak first on that. In previous years, I've been left with more to shoot.
Yes.
This time, Vonda really worked overtime, nights and weekends.
Yeah.
Trying to get things in a good place so that we could get them done really quickly.
Yeah.
So we kind of started a new little process where we kind of do a test shoot and get our models in front of the camera.
Okay.
Our designs in front of the camera and see how they shoot. Do a little camera test. And then from there, she knows what to iterate on. Instead of working in real time when we've got the sunlight working against us all day.
Yeah.
Or we're fighting against the daylight. So we have a little new process, and I think it helped make things more efficient, don't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because as we know, Lori and you too, being there, it's gorgeous. This design is just gorgeous. You put it there and you're like, oh, it looks awful in front of
Yeah.
the camera. So
Right.
that's took away that feeling when we just get there and have to rearrange everything in front of the camera. So it worked really well. So we would do that at night, and then I would work on it while Ellie was doing one that was ready the next morning. So yeah, the process was really good.
Did you have 2 cameras or 1?
Just one, but like we would shoot some stuff early, like the night before.
Yeah.
Didn't matter about the lighting, but at least we know if it was if it had potential or if it needed to be completely
Yeah,
reworked.
those were my words that I heard, Lori. This has potential.
Well, that's all you got to hear out of Ellie's mouth
Uh-huh.
to know whether it's worth saving or not.
Yes.
Or redoing, yeah.
Mhm.
So
I could tell when y'all were getting towards the end when you would put stuff in our Slack for our group going, do you like this or not? We can't tell anymore. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
you were like, just,
And always this time, the middle day felt it was a bad day.
It was.
But the first days and the last days were good, minus one incident that happened.
Well,
where
that
we
was
had
the
to call
second.
OSHA.
That was the second day.
That was the second day.
That was the
So
second day was the
was
worst.
definitely the worst day.
wait, what was the incident?
Vonda, do you want to show us your arm?
Oh, I have a Band-Aid on it. It's okay. It's okay.
Vonda slit her arm open, cutting a branch outside, cutting the foliage. She
had to get some pittosporum, and instead of taking my clipper because I was in a hurry, you know how we are, and I just went and cut it, and like, oh crap, that cut my arm. But you guys, I will have to say,
she is not human. She's an alien.
there was no blood. There was absolutely, this thing has not, and it was deep. Because Ellie's like, do we need to
I
go
lost
get
my
stitches?
lunch. I couldn't eat lunch.
Oh
day.
my gosh.
It was a slit open. You got layers of skin, right?
Yeah.
Like it needed stitches, but of course she didn't get stitches.
I have a Band-Aid.
You just had me throw a Band-Aid
butterfly
on
stitch, butterfly Band-Aid.
Butterfly Band-Aid. But like there was no blood at all.
It was crazy.
She is an alien.
Did a ligament or something, a muscle. It probably it doesn't have anything in it.
It was the craziest thing because even now, when I change the bandage out, it's like,
yeah, I had to change the Band-Aid, and there was not a drop of blood.
It was weird.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She is an alien.
That is so.
And she said it didn't hurt.
Maybe she's a vampire.
It doesn't. It's still to this. I mean, from
Very
that.
weird.
Yeah, it was weird. But you know,
I hope you have the tetanus shot.
I had one a couple years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Last time she injured herself.
Yeah.
Last time I stepped on a nail or something. You know.
Oh yeah, that nail went through your foot.
Yeah. That's
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Anyway, so yes, we're excited.
We're good about it. I saw all of the things you put on Trello. It's all beautiful. I'm very excited. I think our Flower Clip members will be very excited.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, we have a tight turnaround, but it'll be ready here in a week or so for everybody.
I know Cammie and her team are excited. They get so excited for new images. Our web team does.
Because they're looking at them all day.
They're looking at them, having to upload them all the time.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Okay. Did you watch the Olympics?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I've been reeling a little bit from that. And it's kind of what brought on this topic today was the word. So I reached out to both of you and was like, okay, I want to talk about the word leery. What makes you leery of people or like situations? And part of what came about this whole thing was I was scrolling through, my nightly TikTok scroll, which I do every night. It's like my new bedtime stories. But I was obsessed with the Olympics, as most of us were. But I get obsessed with the backstory of the person.
Yeah.
Like I love to hear whether it's an American or Norway, like whatever. If they've got a good backstory, I am sucked in. What I don't get is people that don't care about the backstory, like that don't get emotional. If I'm watching the skaters and they have a great skate and then they fall on the ice crying, sobbing because it was the best skate of their life, I'm sobbing with them. But if someone else in the room, for example, maybe allegedly my husband is just staring at the wall, I'm leery of that person. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand people that can't get emotionally invested. I just don't understand these people. So that's what I
These
started.
people.
These
These
people.
people, like, how are you not just sobbing? I was talking to my daughter last night. We were FaceTiming and we were talking about some of the skaters, and she was going on and on about one of the girls.
Amber?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Bailey, my daughter's just bawling because she was so sad about her skate, and she was like, but she has one more, and I feel like, and I was like, she's not going to come back. She's 14th, but I'm like, and then she has me crying. I'm just like, these are my people. I just need people that are going to cry with me. And so I want to talk about what makes you leery of people. Do you get invested with
Well,
these people's lives?
let me start first. When you said you wanted to do a podcast on Leery, do you know what?
Yeah, let's back
Let's
up.
back
We
up.
need to define the word, the origin, the spelling.
Okay, well, here's the leery means you're guarded, you're suspicious. I'm suspicious of people. I find myself, the older I get, the more leery and suspicious I get of people. And it is due to like expectations I have, or due to circumstances or previous circumstances I have
Sure.
had in the
Mhm.
past,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
That's basically what it is. We were joking the other day, Ellie, about, is it leery? What are all these words? But it is leery. It's because we have had previous knowledge about situations. So you have a person come up to you and say something and a light bulb goes off. And you're like, oh, I've been here before. I'm automatically.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go back to my first thought when you said Leery was Kevin O'Leary.
That's what I thought of this morning too. Like,
And
I'm
he's
thinking of
always
Kevin
Leery,
I am
right?
leery of Kevin
No,
O'Leary.
but he's always Leery. You think of that, but in a good way, right? He doesn't want to invest in people because they're not worth
He's
it, or something
cautious.
that he's cautious about. And like his famous line is, "This is a dog from hell. It's a very bad idea. It howls at the moon, and you should take it out behind the barn and shoot it." Those are the
Yeah.
things that I think of when you said that. I'm like, oh my God, Kevin O'Leary in that, because he is very cautious in his investing. So
Mhm.
we are, in a sense.
That's a good analogy for people who can't remember
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
right?
term.
So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Cautious. You're cautious. The definition is guarded, suspicious, uneasy due to realistic expectations. Usually it's because you have previous knowledge
Mhm.
about this person or a situation.
Right.
But also, I think it's kind of this like foreboding because you don't know the answer. I think
Yeah.
that's the key is like you don't know the truth, but you
Yeah.
have a gut feeling about it,
Gut
Yes.
right?
feeling.
Yes.
Mhm.
The other thing I was noticing, like during Valentine week, I saw this multiple times on like Florist to Florist, Facebook groups and groups. Holly Habman, one of our dear friends, she even posted, she was like, hey, I just got a call for this huge order. Like it was a really big order. They had a credit card, they had everything, and she gave it in great detail what the order was for. And I can't quite remember exactly what it was, but it was for a lot of money and it was like lots of different arrangements. And she's like, I feel really uneasy about this. Anyway, everybody was chiming in there like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a stolen credit card, or it's the, like here, and people were really helpful. Ended up, I think it all worked out because she ended up not doing the order, calling back, but like very leery
Right.
based on previous knowledge, and like it just didn't sit well. Okay, so I asked you guys to make a list of either people or situations that you're immediately leery of?
My number one, the salesman at the front door.
Oh,
Ugh.
God.
And they come, they ring the door and they're standing out there. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Could it be any salesman of any product?
Yeah.
Any widget, anything, even milk?
Even Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, every time we'll get them.
Yeah, the Girl Scouts, you kind of got it figured out because they do have the boxes of cookies there, right?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
And
buy them.
so
Buy
that's a little different. Or the Boy Scouts also come door to door, but they have their little uniforms on, and the dad's down down the
Yeah.
driveway.
Mhm,
So
$35 box
Yeah,
of
the
popcorn.
$35 box of popcorn.
exactly. But
But
the guy
yeah.
who's standing there, that's the one is
Yeah.
really
Every time.
every time. It's like,
I'm gonna add to that same line is anyone or anything that comes off as desperate. I can smell desperation. I think most people can smell it a mile away, and
mhm.
makes me
Yeah.
want to back up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fast talking people, right? Best thing ever.
Yeah.
This is the
Yeah.
best thing ever. It's like,
Oh, okay. Since we're doing the door thing,
Yeah.
here's the line that will get you. I just sold this to your neighbor
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, first of all, I don't know my neighbor.
It's not a proof of concept.
That has no bearing on me. I don't care what they bought, but they'll say that a lot. We just sold our internet service to Joe Blow.
But they used to do that at the flower shop. We'd have salespeople come in and they'd say, Pam's Hallmark bought this, and you probably want it too. And I'm
Well,
like,
good for them.
well, yeah. It's that comparative, right? You
Yeah.
need this
Yeah.
because somebody else had it.
Yes.
Always, that's
Immediately.
totally red flag
Yeah.
Leery,
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, here's mine. And I'm pretty sure you'll agree with me. People who do not like or acknowledge dogs.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
I just am very leery of people that do not like them. And here's just what recently happened. Last weekend we went on a little weekend trip and we brought our dog, Bo, most precious little lamb around. Anyway, very dog friendly community. We went every restaurant. Oh, we take dogs. Da, 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 da. The last restaurant we went to was like an outdoor brewery. We went there for brunch and dogs everywhere. I mean, not everywhere, but that was very, very dog friendly. And they were like, "Oh, come on in." Da, 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 da. The host, he sat us down, playing with Bo, sat down. Your server will be there in a minute. The server came. She was this young girl. She was very nice to us, but she just seemed annoyed. And usually, every time we go anywhere that is a dog friendly place, they're like, "Oh, do you mind if we could bring him some water?" Blah, blah, blah. This one, she just literally looks at him and he's under the table, just like laying there, as dogs do. And she's just like, just kind of like was annoyed and never said anything good or bad, but it's just the vibes she gave off. It was very weird.
She's working in the wrong place.
Well,
My
that's
God.
what we're like, what is going on? Very, very strange. I just thought, I'm putting you on my leery notes. Something about you. You're in this place.
It's on the Leery list.
Yeah. So that was one of mine.
Okay.
All right, Ellie.
So I started to make a list, and I separated it by like light, funny things, and then like deep items.
Okay, that's good.
And that was it for my light items.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty deep.
That's great.
Go for it.
Let's go deep.
Let's go.
Okay, let's talk about AI. AI first everything. So like the initial habit of people going to AI first, even to write a text. I know when you text me and it's AI or Slack message. Like I know that it's an AI generated message. It's happened, Lori. So at what
text AI?
Like a response, yes.
Wow.
In WhatsApp. I've had it in WhatsApp.
Okay.
Text basis people, like, I don't really text with anybody that's like a stranger, so there's no
Right.
reason. But
Yeah.
so I guess the question is I guess I'm worried about our brains atrophying and
I would
our
agree there.
intelligence levels.
Mhm.
So yeah. Yeah. I'm just a little worried. I love AI and I think it's great. I'm a little worried about the habits that we're
Right. Instead of coming up with something on your own, even to response to email, because you can write it and it says, "Do you want me to correct this?" No,
right. And your brain, I just am worried about our brains and the use of our brains as a muscle
Vonda and I
atrophying.
talked about this on the podcast. I'm very worried about that. I think every school teacher's very, very worried
Oh yeah.
about AI just in cognition skills
Mhm.
and thinking about teaching reading language arts. Okay. And
Mhm.
part of that curriculum that I taught was doing, we would read books and then you would do like Socratic seminars where you would sit around and do these reading comprehension and all of these skills that you would use for that. And I'm like, do they even do that type of thing? There's a
Mhm.
lot of really deep thought that goes into that and writing and writing and writing. And is all of that going to be lost?
Yeah.
Is really, really scary.
I mean, they say this about every generation because as a millennial, they said this about us, but they have said that like Gen Z is the least intelligent so far. And
Yeah.
I can't help but think that AI has a big
I,
part of that.
right.
So I guess I'm not worried about like the robots taking over yet. I'm worried, and I think it's something that each person can be proactive on individually as a habit, just like
Yes.
taking a walk, going to the gym, choosing an apple over chips, right? Use your brain instead of choosing
Right.
I think that is very
AI
helpful,
first.
though. Yeah, yeah. But I think AI can really help us in situations that how we have people who write an email and it's like really fast and really like jumbled, and then throw it in AI. Say, make this kind
Sure,
because I'm not feeling very kind right now. Those kind of things.
100%.
But
We
use
weren't built to write emails. That's
right,
not our purpose in life.
right,
I
Right.
agree.
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
not that for your first response. Don't just dump.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Right.
It's interesting because I have a Gen Z and he is in his last semester of college. And we've been talking a lot about AI and chat GPT. And he knows that you can use it for evil and good. And he's, I'm sure, done both. But I was asking him how he's using it right now for this last semester. And he said how it's really been helping me. In the very beginning, he uploads all of his syllabuses for the semester and is like, help me create a schedule.
Mhm.
And he uploads his work schedule and then like what he wants his gym schedule to be. And it will shoot out like, here's what your assignments are due for the next 2 weeks. Here's like, it helps him organize
That's
his
great.
brain. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that is how you
Positive
should use
use.
it.
Yep.
That is how you should use it. And then it was like, you have this due this week. So you should be wake up at 7, do this. So that's what he said every day. That's how he uses it.
I love that.
I'm like,
I think it's great. I mean, if you're using it like an assistant in any way,
yes.
I think that's wonderful.
So what else
Yeah.
is on your list?
To me, I am always leery of people that are rude to their servers at a restaurant. This happened to me in a group of women before, and I'm sure there's men too, but I've sat there and then I've noticed it's just a person that's never satisfied with the meal they received and they're maybe
Mhm.
condescending with us. We've all been in those moments where it makes everybody else feel uncomfortable.
Mhm.
I'm just always leery of those people because I'm like, why are you treating that person that way?
I agree.
I don't, I don't, I'm cautious of those types of people. Vonda, what about you?
Well, I think for people who are taking credit for things that they didn't do,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've seen that, like, you didn't do that. What do you,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, you, and you don't say anything, but you're like anything else that comes out of their mouth, you're like really leery. It's like, I can do
Yeah.
that.
It's a good one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I find those people don't usually last too long when they're trying to build themselves up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. Here's one. I'm leery of those people that want to climb Mount Everest.
Really?
Yes! Why? They literally have to walk by dead bodies, dead frozen bodies to keep going. And I just don't understand why. What is it that makes you think Mount Everest is to be climbed? It is so incredibly dangerous. And all of those types of mountains, like you hear these nightmare stories, and then they get stuck and they can't come down, they can't go up, and people have to wait and get rescued. I just am very leery.
Okay.
Yeah. Some
And
people are just built for adventure.
Yeah.
They're
I
wired
don't
totally different.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's adventure. I just don't know because then other people have to rescue them. And so they put other people's lives at stake. So I don't know.
But also it employs people, right? Because there's tons of people that they're getting paid to help people up the mountain, the
Yeah.
locals.
See, that one doesn't make me leery. I
So,
actually know somebody who climbed Mount Kilimanjaro, and it was like,
Well,
wow.
Kilimanjaro is not the frozen tundra
Well, it is at the
of
top. You
Mount
go
Everest.
through 5 different seasons.
Yeah, but the if you go down the deep dive of Mount Everest and the amount of people that have died and the amount of dead bodies on the way, it's
Okay.
just blows my mind as to why you would keep wanting to do that.
that makes sense.
But that's just me. That's just mine.
Got it.
And along with that is I don't understand why people want to do the Iron Man thing.
Okay. What else you got, Ellie?
I have smart home everything. So I have everything smart in my home. So thermostat, light bulb, plugs, anything that has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. I'm even wearing an Aura ring.
Yeah.
But I'm a little concerned about the electromagnetic fields and this constant, like, invisible electromagnetic field that we're just basking in all day, every day, and the long term effects of that.
Yeah. Is
So,
all of that manageable on an app? Like
mhm,
even your light bulbs?
even the light bulbs. I mean, yeah, Alexa, you got Sonos, you got all of the smart stuff. And I just don't know. Oh, and I just
Yeah,
awoke in
you
the
just
beep.
triggered Alexa. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Hmm.
guess I'm pretty leery of that because we don't know the data on how it affects our brains. Even like sleeping with your phone next to your bed, and like I make sure to turn off my Bluetooth and my cellular, but kind of need at least one thing on in case I get an emergency call or something. So
Yeah.
I'm very leery of EMF, and also how health conscious our society has become, yet about health, but not necessarily
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
when it comes to tech. So I'm
Right.
going down the PEMF rabbit hole. We don't have enough time to talk about that. But
Wow. That's
that's the opposite of EMF, and that's like PEMF therapy.
wow.
It's like the same thing as grounding outside,
Yeah.
right? And to bring this full circle, negative ions.
Mhm.
So when the waves crash on the beach, creates negative ions, which is really good for your mental health. Same
Mhm.
as taking a hot shower. Those things are
Yeah.
very beneficial.
Yeah.
I
And
should come back
same with like
so much smarter.
Yes.
just relaxed
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and discharged of all of
Yeah.
the bad.
Very good.
Anyway,
I don't even need all of that data to tell me that sitting by waves makes me
yeah.
feel better.
Or
I
a hot
mean,
shower.
a hot shower.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if you think about that,
Mhm.
It's common
just think
sense
about how
almost.
makes us feel.
Mhm.
And I bet you, I am not a doctor, but I bet you there's something with flowers and nature.
Mhm.
Same kind of
Yeah,
thing,
Yep.
right?
yeah, yeah,
Letting off those.
yeah. This is
Anyway.
on a total tangent, but it has to do with flowers. Back to my TikTok. One of the things that I was obsessed with was there's a group of Buddhist monks. I don't know if either of you followed them, but they walked from Fort Worth to DC recently and they just finished their journey, I think like 3 or 4 days ago. It was a peace walk. There was 15 or 16 of them and they walked from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. And I was following them on TikTok, and it was a really cool thing. One of the things that they were doing is as they reached certain towns, small towns or large towns or whatever towns, there would always be people standing like on the sides of the road to welcome them or wave to them or whatever. And a lot of people would give them flowers. There would be men, children, women, and they would be handing them flowers. But what was interesting is usually they would take the flowers, and these people were always very emotional when they were giving them the flowers and they would take the flowers and like put their hand on them and thank you, and they would walk a little ways down, and then they said, because they were interviewed later, and then they said they would be in prayer, or I really don't know what Buddhists do, what, but they said they would be seeing somebody along the way in the next town who was maybe in a wheelchair or somebody hurting, and they would give them the flowers that were given to them. And then those poor people would just sob because they had been so thoughtful. And for me, because I'm in this industry, it just was such a reminder of God, flowers are incredibly powerful,
Mm.
such a powerful tool. Like the first person was like, I want to give them flowers. Flowers are so beautiful. I want to give them to the Buddhist monks to show them how much I care. And the
Mhm.
Buddhist was like, I want to receive these. I want to give them to someone else. Like,
Sure.
dang, they're so powerful. And then he shared that story. So clearly he knows they're powerful. I don't know. I just thought, isn't that beautiful for our industry to actually see it at work?
Mhm.
And we do it every day in this industry. They truly do evoke emotions. That's what people think when they see
Mhm.
flowers.
Mhm.
It's incredible. So, anyway, nothing to do with being leery.
Well, that's all right because we got to wrap it up. So whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, okay. Two little questions, little game, leery or lovely. A person who starts a sentence with, not to be rude, but are you leery of that person or do you think they're lovely?
Depends on what they say after.
Yeah. Depends on what's next.
Oh, I would automatically probably be leery of them.
Hmm.
What about this? A person calls a flower shop and says, whatever you think she would want. You seem to always know.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Yep.
Lovely. Okay. The oversharer, within the first 5 minutes, you know every single thing about this person.
I'm leery.
Very, very.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew Ellie's answer. Here's one. The person who always has what you need in their purse.
Lovely.
Lovely. Lovely.
Lovely. Okay, the last one. A customer that calls and says, what is the cheapest arrangement I can get delivered?
Leery.
Very, Larry. Mm.
Okay. Yeah. We're all on the same page. Thank you
Those are
guys
good.
for playing my little game.
Yeah.
It's fun. I'll think of another one next month. and make it
Another word.
another word. Another word will pop up in my brain. So
Yeah,
and I'm sure.
just to circle back, Lori, the reason that people are leery is because they've learned from experiences, right? I mean, that's the wrap up.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's okay. It's okay for us to be leery. It's good. It's our gut. It's your gut saying,
I would like to counter one point to that, which I actually have on my list that we didn't get to. I'm leery of anybody who is not open. So
Mm.
that's a huge thing. It was that like at our wedding we talked about it is be open.
Mhm.
Be open. I don't think I'm friends with anybody who doesn't have an open mind
Yeah,
to think differently than themselves. It's okay to have your own opinions, thoughts, stances, all of that.
yeah,
But if somebody else isn't like you, or you don't have the best meal, or you don't have the best travel day, like you have to be open. And I think that's a good way to live. And so to your point, kind of counterpoint, if somebody wants to climb Mount Everest and they have their own personal reasons that are strong in their belief for why, I'm
yes,
okay with that because I am an open person to what they want or what they feel. So it's okay to be leery. I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. Right. I think being open and being leery, I can be leery of wanting to be friends with that person, but I can be open. I don't think they should be
Yeah.
in prison, but I'm leery of wanting to follow them up Mount Everest for sure,
Or help them on their
or
journey.
help them on their
Yeah.
journey because I think it's
Because you don't
dangerous.
believe
I
in it.
don't want, right, right. But no, my gosh, everybody should read the book Mindset, right? Because
Yeah.
it's about fixed or open. We do need to be
I think
open.
that book is right here.
Yes, it is, because Vonda and I have talked about it many times. You do have to have an open mind, but
Hmm.
we
It's
also,
okay to be cautious
but
and
we,
leery. It's okay to be Kevin O'Leary.
it's,
There you go.
there we go.